Now just to take a few points about our case, we take two areas of Glasgow within 1 mile of each other, both areas of tenements, both areas of working class housing. Great Western Road, tenements, okay fine, working class people live in them. Fossil Park, Hamiltonhill, tenements again. We are subject to 3.5 times the amount of crime in terms of break-ins, arson, vandalism. Right? Now the GHA, these guys here, have said that getting secured by design steel closed doors and cuts break-ins by 75%. Their figures, no our figures, right? 75%. They've told us that in order to get this investment in our community, it's going to cost £250,000. That sounds like a lot of money, but in fact it's 8 months' rent. Our community has been scheduled for demolition for a number of years now. What that means is that we don't get investment in the community. We get basic emergency repairs and that's it, nothing. So these guys have said to us, we're not going to spend £250,000. Sounds like a lot of money, but it's 8 months rent. We've seen years and years of underinvestment. Now I'm also involved with the Bury Angel community newspaper. And several years ago we broke the scandal in Hamiltonhill. There was underspends, the GHA's budget, underspends of their budget by up to 66% on emergency repairs. Right? Emergency repairs underspends. They can't even spend the money they've set aside for emergency repairs, let alone capital investment. Now we're asking for a simple bit of fairness and decency so that we don't feel under siege in our community. What we're asking for is steel secured by design closed doors and 8 months of our rent back in the community. Not years and years of neglect. That's all we're asking for. We're asking for the same thing across Scotland. Investment in public housing. Scotland's for Council Housing is a national campaign backed by the STUC and the Scottish Tenants Organisation. And I'm glad to play a part of it as part of the Hamiltonhill Action Group fighting for investment in my community.
So who do you want at the demo?
Anyone. Anyone who wants to say we need investment in public sector housing. Right now across the country, thousands of people are losing their homes. Thousands of people. Thousands. We had a guy here last week saying, good on you, I lost my home, blah blah, this, that, next thing. He's not alone. There's plenty of people out there like that. Shelter Scotland just released a report saying that there was an all-time shortage, a record shortage, an absolute shortage of social housing. That's mostly because these guys here, these shysters, have demolished 20,000 of their homes. 20,000. Now, to put this in context, this organisation spends nearly half of its budget. The Glasgow Housing Association. Still a public body, still publicly funded, but not publicly accountable. These guys have demolished 20,000 of their homes. 20,000 out of 80,000. That's really good, that's their record of being in existence. No investment in communities, 20,000 demolitions. Now, we look at this across the country, that's played out everywhere. So when there's a dire need, when people are losing their homes, when there's a dire need for social housing, there's an all-time shortage. Because these guys who spend over 50% of their income on administration. Now, we've just had word back from Tarub's Ran. Tarub's Ran is a disgraced chief executive. She's been ousted because she took the piss, basically. Took the absolute piss. Didn't listen to anyone, accountable to nobody, demolishes thousands and thousands of homes. She wrote to us and said there's no plans to invest in your community. No plans. Now at the end of the day, that was the highest paid public official in Scotland. The highest paid. The highest paid, and what for demolishing thousands and thousands of homes. Tens of thousands of homes. Now what we're asking for is investment in council housing, investment in public housing in Glasgow, investment in Hamiltonhill, investment in the steel secured by design doors that are going to cut crime by 75% in Hamiltonhill and make sure that we don't feel under siege. That's no too much. And I'm going to say to you, can you come here and support us? Can you come here and support yourself? Can you come here and support the demand for investment in public sector housing on the Thursday the 24th at 11 AM. here at the headquarters of GHA.
So that's across from Marks and Spencer's on Argyle Street? Across
from Marks and Spencer's on the Trongate, 11 AM, Thursday the 24th of September. The national demonstration, Scotland's for Council Housing, let's invest in our homes.
Thanks for talking.
Cheers.